chances to revive. Days are slip away sometimes when pressure holds too tight. Only I can make up my mind and override the fight. Why not strong enough to care. Getting lost in my own pain, not in the game. One more test to see me. I've been hoping we could try not to lie alone tonight. I will never have the life you stole. Now I'm keeping everything in my soul. If you call me in the night, I will ask you every time. Can you breathe for me? In another life, I'm feeling colder than your light. But tonight, I feel it's time to override the tale. I gotta pick you up, rewind. Your wicked words that crush my mind. You put me on the line. I'm burning, run away, that's all you do. And I've got enough of you. The silence spell to get me through, bring harmony for you. Together where this pain has got to go, I've got to grow. Can you pray for me? At the 11th hour, people fail to pass the test. Holding out for a last chance, the heart to relapse. One more light to take me, and I hope that you won't try. 'Cause I don't wanna know if I get out. If you call me in the night, I already said goodbye. You won't breathe for me. In another life, I'm feeling colder than your light. But tonight, I feel it's time to override the tale. I gotta pick you up, rewind. Your wicked words that crush my mind. You put me on the line. I'm burning, run away, that's all you do. And I've got enough of you. The silence spell to get me through, bring harmony for you. Together where this pain has got to go, I've got to grow. Can you pray for me?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to another stream. It is Tuesday night, and we're back for some FINIWORDS Anagram Racing Tuesdays. And yeah, we've been out for a week. I was in London. I'm sure I'll talk a bit more about it during the stream. But for now, we're playing some FINIWORDS right here on the screen. I'm going to show you the entire board real soon. But again, you guys will be racing me with the FINIWORDS games that's on the screen. I'm going to be attempting to answer my card box questions whilst you guys are doing that. So let's move over to the full screen right now. Alright, so this is the board in its entirety. So now you can start working your way through it. This is the first race of the evening as well. You guys have 125 questions, 170 words to get through. I'm going to try to get through to 150 questions whilst that is going on. So yeah, and I'll do that whilst I eat my my stuff here.
I've learned from my
I also completely forgot that I didn't have a soccer shirt behind me. It's all good. But yes, I'm starting today with my card box at 91.39. You want me to bring you a jersey? Sure. Maybe no one here has logged in yet. If there's any jersey with my name on the back, it is fine. This also heavily slows down team chat from answering all the questions. Oh, thank you.
Must be something heaven sends. Payback for the love I spent.
This is actually the newest, say newest, potentially the oldest of my soccer shirts. It is actually it's the most recent one that I bought, but it's actually a retro Arsenal shirt from the 2003-2004 season. I've been looking to buy one of these shirts for a while, and finally have it.
Pretty close to heaven now. Moments of euphoria. I am never coming down.
Whoa. Good evening to Remarkable Tentacle, answering a lot of questions there in one go. I guess I now have to start paying attention to what I'm doing, because that's actually almost half the questions right there. But yes, hope you're doing well. To discuss you even more, I am currently eating some mint chocolate ice cream. Hopefully that puts you off from answering any more questions. But later on in the stream, we'll be putting out a prediction to how many questions you think I will have by the end of the stream in my card box. Michael Tentacle saying the ice cream crime is what's fueling my solving. Oh man, should not poke the beast, as they say, with my antics. But yes, I'm gonna try and finish this in relatively good time. Don't think I'm going to get to 150 before you guys finish this quiz.
Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Lives in every part of me, I'm free from what I'm living in. Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Lives in every part of me. So don't tell me you want me, just because you love me, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, you can take it slowly, you can take it slow. Don't tell me you want me, just because you love me, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Because
There we go. Slushies, yes, it's a new word in the dictionary. And that is the first race completed. And Team Chat wins that one. So that's the first race, 1-0 to the chat. Well done for that one. Only got to 65, so I did not get that far. You can see that at the start of my quiz today, I'm at 91.39. I've been away for 2 weeks, but I did finish the stream 2 weeks ago at 89.67, so it's gone up a little bit since then. But I have to be honest, I have pretty much not done any card boxing for the last 2 weeks, apart from when I was on a plane to London and on the way back. That's what I've been doing. That's the only time where I actually did anything. And I guess fortunately for me, I did 2 weeks worth in like in a very short time, both times. So yeah, that's the first race done. Good evening to AI Algo as well. We are racing words, we sure are. We have a timer like above my head that's got 1 hour 51 minutes. So it's 8:33 p.m. In Central Time in North America. I'm going to be streaming it until 10:25, and that's when we'll kind of draw a line under it. So yeah, we're going to keep doing more racing, and yes, definitely feel free to get yourself involved. So yeah, we're going to start giving you more questions now. So let's say 175. Yeah, with 275, let's work our way up. Let's do that, and I'm going to try to get to 150 again. Refresh my quiz, I'm down to 90.76. Again, we'll be putting out a prediction later on in terms of how many questions will be in my card box at the end of the stream when the timers run down to 0. But until then, we're going to keep racing. So this will be race number 2. So once again, you're going to get there before I get to question 151. So yes, good luck once again. Let's go. yes, we are also currently, as always, dual streaming on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're gonna have to get yourself over to twitch.tv/zyzzyva9, log yourself in, get yourself onto my stream on Twitch, and everything that you see on the screen, you better type it out to chat, and things will start moving around. So currently we cannot do this on YouTube right now, but we can do that on Twitch. So definitely go do that if you are watching over there. And if you're not watching on there and you're watching on Twitch and you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, you should definitely go ahead and do that whilst you're at it. Or even follow this channel if you haven't already. We've broken the 200 follower mark now, and we continue to push on from there. Okay, team chat now, about halfway through number of answers. Taking just 4 minutes to do that. Okay, I've now finished all my ice cream. Now I won't have that to disturb me anymore or distract me. The damage might already have been done here, but a long way to go to get to 150 before you guys finish. But yes, as long as you guys aren't done, then there's always a chance to come back.
Feel like we're falling away. Maybe I just need to feel nothing to make it easier to turn away, leave. Maybe we're fanning the flame. So why do I keep holding out my hand to get burned? I don't wanna clash anymore. I can hear the ghosts in the walls. It's telling me to run
Okay, I have about 40 questions left now. I'm half expecting Muffet Tentacle to have written out all the answers now. And then the game will just end for everybody. In the meantime, I'm getting closer to 150, and I'm still a little bit off. He thinks he got muted for... Wait, what? He got muted for typing too much? Wait, what? Wait, how do I change that? He got muted for... how do I do that? Let me just see. What? Let's see. You unmuted? Wait, how do I do that? What do I do? Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean by muted? But he can only see his... But he can see everything, but only he can see his typing? Wait, what? I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened here. How do I change that? Oh man, gonna need someone who knows more about Twitch than I do to figure this out here. Is it moderation? Chatter permissions. Your advanced settings. Chatter permissions. Nope. Was there something that he typed out? Like a certain word that typed out? Those are phrases. There's nothing there. Advanced settings. Let's have a look here. What just happened? What happened here? I actually don't know how to do that. Unban requests. No.
Picking up the pieces of a broken heart, 'cause I was chosen. Still wish it back together, better late than never, steady motion. Can't control my fate, but I control all these emotions. I'm not broken. I'm not broken.
Wow, I actually don't really know.
Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the
Oh, there you go. What happened? 20 messages in 30 seconds they can get temporary mute. Oh. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be permanent because there's nothing here that says that you're banned or anything. But it doesn't tell me if anyone has actually, like, done that or not. Like, it's very hard to tell. Yes, you are still here. Sorry, it seemed like Muffled Tentacle was spamming too many answers too quickly that to the point where Twitch then thought he was a spammer and he was just must have timed him out for like 5 minutes or something. Okay, well, I'm glad that it actually came back and it's not that bad now. But yeah, weird. I'm not sure. I've not seen that happen before.
already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game.
You type with one hand from now. It's not much of a race, is it? If you can't type as fast as you want to type. But again, this is not my rules. Although it is my stream, but not my rules on Twitch. But in any case, it was made fair to some degree that I didn't actually answer anything whilst you were banned. In any case, I'm getting close to the 150 question mark that I set myself earlier. And just like that, I got to put question 151, so that is a win for me. We have tied it up for this evening. I will continue anyway, because I'm going to try and get through as many questions as I can tonight in the 1 hour 33 minutes that's left in the stream. Also, good evening to OG Orange Duck. Sorry, I was busy trying to free up Muffled Tentacle whilst you were answering, but good evening to you. And yes, anyone else out there watching right now, and not already getting involved with the FINIWORDS game, please feel free to get involved. The more the merrier. Thank you very much, OG Orange Duck. Just came back from a week out in London, spending time in London. Got back on Friday last week, so all good there. It's a nice visit home. Did you have any succulent British meals? Wow. We did have steak. Does that count as a British meal? Guess not. Who owns steak meals? Who owns that? I don't know who owns really owns that. Texas owns steak. Maybe they own steak. Alberta. Well, I think steak's a kind of universal thing, right? Anyone who likes a barbecue is gonna like steak, I'm sure. But in any case, we didn't even eat any fish and chips either. We did steak, Malaysian food, and yeah, some cheeky Nando's as well. Couldn't get enough cheeky Nando's in Baltimore. Had that 5 times in Baltimore for SPC, and I had it another time in London also. There was a Nando's about a 5-minute walk from our my hotel. And no, there is no Nando's in New Orleans, which is somewhat surprising because it's good food, but at the same time there might just be a lot of other good food in New Orleans that is kind of pushing out a Nando's. You can also buy the peri-peri sauce at Costco. That is true. I have actually looked into that already. And actually back home, my mother had bought some hot peri-peri sauce. Maybe like, I don't know when it was. I mean, I guess I'm not young anymore, but maybe like 15-20 years ago she did that. Like a huge glass bottle of it. And it took forever to get through. And yeah, if my family are coming to visit me next, then I will be requesting some peri-peri sauce, because you can buy it at local supermarkets too in England, so it's readily available, not just in Costco, but in other ones too. OG Orange Duck says, I've had Nando's sauces but not their food. Well, you should definitely try them out. I like their wings, yes. Yeah, I honestly don't think you can go wrong with anything from there. So since I moved here, I do love some Popeyes. But for some weird reason, I mean, I don't have any real, like, I don't have any allergies. I don't have any, like, problems with eating spicy food. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, I do have a bit of a problem eating Popeyes. My stomach doesn't seem to agree with it. I don't know if it's just because it's just very oily or what. I don't really know, but that's my favorite, like, local, you know, chain here. But Nando's is probably one of my favorite ones in all the other places around the world. Anyway, we'll get back to this conversation in a minute, but you guys have just finished the quiz. I know it took a little bit longer than expected, but I think that is still good. We've got a few more people here now playing along, so that's good. I think what we could do is actually try this again, but hopefully we'll have nobody, well, hopefully Muffet Tentacle won't be muted for like 5 minutes, and then we can continue again. So I think we're going to do this one again. So I'm going to reset my quiz down to 8906. So I'm actually now below the ending quiz number that I had 2 weeks ago. So I'm now below that. So let's move on to race number 3. It's 1-1 right now, and I'm going to try and get to 150 again. So let's try to do that now. So good luck again. Let's go. Did you at least have Yorkshire pudding anywhere? I did not. Actually, in terms of English food, you know what? I did have an English breakfast at the hotel. 2 or 3 times. I can't remember. So that counts. That counts. So hash browns, kind of roasted tomatoes. I mean, I didn't know this. Baked beans, yes. Baked beans, the English kind of baked beans with like the tomato kind of sauce. It's been a while since I had that, so that was nice, at least for now. What did we also have? So they lots of sausages in the morning. They have a whole aisle of Sainsbury's. That is true. Different kinds. There's also the bacon that they have, which I did not know was until I told Lindsay or asked Lindsay, like, what is this kind of bacon? I mean, I don't know what you guys call it, but apparently the Americans call it Canadian bacon. Is that true? Is this kind of like thick cut bacon? It's not like... Is that what it's called? Canadians don't call it Canadian bacon. I mean, there is no need for you to do that. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's kind of like ham, yes. It's not crispy. It's just kind of like shriveled up a little bit. I don't know. We just call it back bacon. Oh man, there's so many different words for it. Yeah. In England, we just call it bacon, you know, that's just what it is. Thick cut ham. Yeah, I had no idea that what I was eating had so many different names depending on where you are. No clue. But now I am... now I know. So yeah, there was some of that too. They had like, not say a charcuterie board, but like it was just like some deli meats and lots of cheeses, a little bit of fruit, and some juices, and some cereal, and then they had another part for like just bread, and you put it in this kind of, you know, that big like toaster that you just put it in, and it just kind of feeds it through like a very slow conveyor belt, and then it just drops in like underneath, and then bam, and then it just comes back out again. Like it just stays in that kind of like oven for like the right amount of time, and it just drops around. That's what they had in there too. So yeah, they had all sorts of stuff. Belt toasters. I didn't even know. Is that the official term for them? I have no idea what. I have no idea. Is that what it's called? Like, you could literally just be calling it anything and I'll believe you. I literally have no idea. But that would make sense. Hey, you would have fooled me. I guess you'd have to like Google it and be like, what are those toasters called that are on belts and fold down through the back and come out thing? And I'm sure it will spit out the correct terminology. Now someone has to like now find out what that is, because now I don't know what they're called. Because I will be asking myself the same question in a number of years if I don't know what it is. Google says a conveyor toaster. Oh. Okay, well, you're close with a belt toaster. That's close. Again, you could also just be completely making that up and I have no idea, but I will believe you. I'm a trusting guy, I will believe you. It could be one of those things now where, like, I could be living my entire life calling it a conveyor toaster when it's completely not a conveyor toaster, but I'm okay with that. But good to know, anyway. yeah, they had a bunch of stuff in the hotel. It was actually very nice to be there. And I know that some of you will be aware that we Amazon has results for it somewhere around $200. Wow. That is a lot of money for a toaster. Especially when you can just buy regular toasters. And how many regular toasters can you buy for that money? But anyway, never mind. A lot of you would know that I went to London for maybe 3 or 4 days last week. Not only because it was nice to go to London, but the main reason was because my wife Lindsay was cast to be on the Scrabble TV game show, and that was when the recording happened. Of course, I cannot tell you any results or I won't even divulge into anyone who I saw there or really too much about the show itself or how Lindsay did. That you will have to wait and see in terms of whenever it comes out on the I guess it's going to come out again on the CW network, I assume. So you'll have to wait for that. But yeah, this year they changed some of the games on there to be a bit more like Scrabble. So I witnessed that with my own eyes and saw the current format now. And yeah, it was also interesting because there's now a new host. It was not Raven Simone. It's now the late night TV talk show host, Craig Ferguson, the Scottish guy on the late night shows. I have to be honest, I don't really watch too much late night TV shows, so I'm not overly familiar with him. But he is pretty funny, so yeah, I guess he's been around for a while. Also, he's also not someone who's particularly famous in the UK. I guess he's just became famous in North America. So he was there presenting the show. So that was nice. But yeah, it was a good time away. I got to see some of my family as well, who obviously are still in England. So they came down to visit, and we wandered around London for a little bit, for a day, and I saw them for a day, and then that was that. But yeah, everything went really well. Yeah, we tried to spend a day and a bit ourselves, just by ourselves, to kind of do what we wanted to do. And yeah, it was a very quick trip to London. And yeah, it was fun. And it does remain it was the second time I've been back to England since I moved away from my home country. So it's nice to kind of be in England again, despite it only being for about 72 hours, but still good to do that. And yeah, it was a fun time. And yeah, it's obviously nice to support my wife in this. I guess what really would be a once-in-a-lifetime kind of TV game show kind of thing. This is not obviously going to happen too many times in anyone's life, but to be there with her, to see how she does and just be there to kind of experience it with her is always nice. And again, she kind of did the same thing for me when I did the Try Guys video almost 2 years ago now. Still remains a very Funny video even to this day. I don't necessarily watch it, but every time you do, it's always funny to watch. It has well over 1 million views now on YouTube. But yeah, it was nice to be back, see a few people, do a few things, and then come back again. So here we are, back into the swing of things the following week. And the one other piece of news that's happened over the past week or so, since well, actually there's technically two, I guess. One to a somewhat smaller degree is that there is a Woogles tournament that's going to be happening next month on the platform, Woogles.io. That will pay out some money, and it's a 2-day tournament that we know we have all these cameras on us, that anti-cheating things and stuff like that, so that everyone's playing fairly. I'm definitely thinking about participating in that, and if anyone is interested, I might actually try and stream it too. And well, obviously, because people might be watching, I would need to stream it on a slight delay. So that might be what I might try and do as well, and start preparing for that at some point as well. I mean, I think it's actually in about 6 weeks from now, 6.5 weeks from now. So towards the end of October, that's when it's happening. It's a 2-day tournament, and you need to finish in the top 2 in your round robin group on day 1 to be coming back for day 2, and then you just try and duke it out with everyone else at that point. So hopefully I'll be playing in both days, otherwise you'll be eliminated after day 1. But yeah, I mean, it's something that's on my radar. I'm just kind of talking about it because it will technically be, well, you can call it a tournament or what, I guess it's online, it's still fine, but it could potentially be my next, like, competitive tournament to some degree as well. So that is kind of on the radar and kind of in the mid distance in the, as I kind of look at what's happening in the next couple of months. So that's something that you could also look forward to. There could be an in real life, I don't say in real life tournament, but it's an online tournament that might be happening very soon. And again, I don't know who's going to be playing. I've just heard about it today, and I think that's when they actually told us about it today. So I'm still giving it some thought as to what to do with that. So we'll see. Okay, the chat now more than halfway through the quiz. I guess Muck with Tentacle is in there, so unless he got oh, he's still there. Yeah, there he is. He's still there. I was just saying that hopefully he didn't get banned again. I got muted again? What? No way. Wait, what? I don't even know why that even happened. I honestly don't know. I don't think it likes when I type a wall of words. It's quite possible. Maybe it just thinks that you're just talking kind of gibberish and it's not really and it doesn't mean anything and you're just like spamming the chat with just random words. Oh man, that's not good. But also good to know that that's not that doesn't necessarily fly on Twitch. Did it say how long you got banned for? Is it like 10 minutes or something? But again, if we're one of the edge cases as to typing out random words, for a stream like this, but in general, on 99.9% of other streams, if you did that to other people, that would not be cool. So I guess Twitch is doing something right with that. Doesn't say anything, just my answer stopped solving. I think it said he could get more time if it happens more often. I think it said he could... Oh, really? Because you know what? From my point of view, I'm looking at it from kind of within, behind the... from my streamer's point of view, I get nothing that tells me anything about that. Like, there's nothing that like pops up saying, oh, this person has been muted for X amount of time or whatnot. He doesn't say anything like that. So I have no idea if it happens or when it happens, and how long you might still be in the dark for. But again, it would not be a good race if you're having to slow down. Maybe you need to hit enter between words. Maybe so. I'm sure you could probably put like 5 words at a time and it might still be fine. But I don't really know. You're going to be the guinea pig for this, I guess. Maybe if you keep doing it, you might get instantly banned. I don't know. Although it seems like a very minor offense. But yeah, I don't necessarily want you to get yourself banned in any way or get yourself in a good old hot water with Twitch. But what it has done is also slowed me down a little bit, so I have to figure out what to do here. Still have 1 hour and 8 minutes left of the stream. We have some ads coming up now, and for those that are still here, as the ads are coming, I will talk about the second other thing, that I was about to talk about in terms of bigger news that's happened over the last week or so, and we'll do that after the break ends. But yes, of course, you can see now holes in the board now. I'm very close to 150, and it looks like I've just got about 150 now. so that would be the second race win for me tonight out of 3.
I should have known. Destined no place, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. Talks my heart online.
Okay, so about 40 answers left for the chat now for this race. Again, appreciate all of you playing along right now. Again, if there's anyone else out there watching that wants to get involved, just start typing things in the Twitch chat and you can get yourself up and running. We still have an hour and 5 minutes left of the stream. Darks my heart online. Okay, only 14 answers left for the chat now. As I said, I will kind of talk about the other somewhat, I say not big news, but other things that have happened over the past week or so. Scrabble related stuff. We talked about the Woogles.io tournament that's about to happen next month. I think it's called something called the Boschvark 3000, I think is what it's called, in homage to Michael Thielen, who is one of the main people that kind of donated towards Woogles at its startup. So it's kind of named after him to a certain degree. Okay, one left. Okay, there it is. Alright. So that was race number 3. I'm currently leading 2 to 1. I'm gonna refresh my quiz again. I think this is, yeah, this is that's descending. Okay, so I'm now down to 87.24. There's an hour left to go. Again, if Muffin Tentacle doesn't get banned, then it shouldn't be too bad, but Yeah, let's see if we can do that one more time. And we'll do another race. If you guys win, then we'll make it slightly more difficult, but otherwise we're going to continue. So once again, this will be race number 4. So good luck again. Let's go. I'm going to try to get to 150 as well. So the other thing that I was going to talk about that's actually been kind of that has been announced over the past week or so was the upcoming well, the kind of rebirth of the Causeway tournament organized by Michael Tang, that will be held in Bangkok, Thailand next year. I think in May, June time. Very exciting to have a Michael Tang tournament back on the calendar. And yeah, there is definitely a chance that I will be there. And it's quite possible my family will make a family trip of it as well. Again, a lot of my family have actually not been, I mean, family that are in New Orleans, that is, have not been to Asia before. So this would be an interesting, it'll be an interesting trip for all of us. Is it a team event again? No, that would be the Alchemist Cup. That would be where you have 10 teams, 5 players from each team. This is just the Causeway tournament where it's just open to anybody. So yeah, Michael Tang has already he has already spoken to me a few times already to try and get me to play. We definitely go back a long way as well, so I think he wants me to play. So yeah, definitely giving it a lot of thought, seeing if it is doable for us. It's also, as I said, at the end of May, so where I am right now, it's actually out of school. It's not in school time. I think my kids finished school like the week before that, so it does work from that point of view. The other ways that it does not work is that it takes a long time to get there from where I live. And not only that, it takes a long time to get way back home too. So yeah, that's gonna eat into the number of days off that I have from my day job, and then obviously eating into the other possibilities of playing in other tournaments in North America for 2026. So yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of plan that out more diligently for 2026. So see how that goes. Definitely something that we're looking at and heavily considering going to. And it'd be a very exciting tournament to be part of. It's 36 games over 4 days. I don't know if I can really say about what Michael's plans are. He's got lots of very, very ambitious plans for the tournament. He wants to have a live stream there, but he actually wants to live stream multiple games at the same time, like more than 2. He wants to have divisions. He's aiming for like 500, 600 people to be playing, and having very, very large divisions across the board. So he's hoping for lots of players to be turning up. So it should be very fun to be part of. His tournaments are always very intense. Not much time to kind of relax, so to speak. There's 9 games a day, so That's already 9 hours of gameplay, pretty much, in the 24 hours. Let alone anything else, any time for anything else. So it's grueling. I'm usually wiped out by round 5. How come that wasn't the case in Albany? Got a second wind after round 5 after every day. But yes, in these kind of events, especially these longer events, or these kind of events where you're playing as people who are around your level or even better than you, there's no easy games, there's no free rides. It's just tough games, tough positions all the time, and that kind of over time that will eat away at your stamina, and it really does become like towards the last 25% of the tournament, like who is really still thinking straight and who is still doing well, and still feeling in good shape for the tournament. Yes, Muffin said he drew a lot of blanks. I mean, that always helps, but also does help to know what to do with them at the right time, which you obviously do. So yeah. But yes, it's definitely something that I think I'm going to but yeah, more on that in due course, I guess. We haven't decided completely yes or no yet, but seeing how feasible it is, and especially with like if you got children, like summer camps and things, and how it kind of falls with those things. But again, it's only September now, so summer camps for next year have not been set in stone yet, so we don't really know. Muppet Tentacle is asking, so what makes it more special than something like SPC? That's a very good question, because these tournaments that Michael Tang kind of organizes are mainly all in Asia. He really wants to get every single player, the best players from around the world, to be there at the same time. He will go the extra mile to do that. Not only that, all of his tournaments are very impeccably well organized. He will try and push the boundaries as to what a conventional tournament should be like. Yes, he might also try come to Crescent City Cup to try and spread the word about the Causeway tournament that he is holding. Oh, I guess, yeah, I assume, well, yeah, I guess Muppet Tentacle has not played in any of his events. Yeah, he really does look after you as well. So he organizes, like, he wants to know everyone's itinerary, and then he'll be like, okay, all these people are arriving at this airport within the space of about an hour, and he says, all you have to do, we'll give you a list of these 5 or 6 people that are arriving at the same time as you. Go meet at this specific spot. All of you go there and wait there, and once you have all 6 people, we're gonna wait outside for you. There's gonna be a taxi waiting for you, and you'll get in a taxi, and they'll take you straight there. You don't have to do anything. So those are the things that he's been doing in his regular Causeway events, and we're not even talking about Alchemist Cup where there's just 50 players. Like, he will do that for that also, but he wants to make sure that all of his players are all looked after and need everything that they need, and if there's anything that that needs to be sorted out, he will do it straight away. Another thing that I can remember is that we played in Causeway, I think it was 2016, and I didn't know who he was at the time, but this guy called Ben Schonbrun was playing there. And I think it might have been the first time he's ever traveled like abroad, or maybe traveled abroad to this extreme, like going to Asia. And apparently he left his passport in the taxi. And then all I remember was I was talking to Jesse Day like in the foyer or something and then all I see is Ben like on the floor, kind of like curled up, and sort of like, what is he doing? What is happening? And I was like, who is this guy? What is going on? Obviously, this was well before I knew anything about him, and obviously moved to the US either. And he was mainly an NWL player at that point in time, so I was not really knowing who he was. But what I heard, he just told, Ben just told Michael that I left my passport in the taxi, and then what he did was he just rang up the taxi driver and says, can you please look for a American passport in this taxi and bring it back to me? And then they did. So he knew exactly who the person was that was there picking him up, and he had a direct line to all of them, and he can tell them to he can just move all the pieces to the right place that he wants. So he does all those things. Another thing that he has done in previous Alchemist Cups or Causeway events is that for the main event, for the Division 1, he will actually employ, like, well, in this case, if there were like 50 players in the Alchemist Cup, he would employ 50 kids, local kids who play Scrabble or whatever. He would teach them all how to annotate games, and each player will have a kid sitting next to them, and he wants all 25 games of every round to be annotated. And then once all those papers are in, then he will, someone will behind the scenes go and put them into a system, and then they'll go onto a database somewhere so everyone can see all the games that were played in this whole tournament. So there's no hiding place. Even though you might not be on stream, your game is going to be posted somewhere. And yeah, just having the audacity or the yeah, just being able to think of trying to do that kind of stuff is beyond me. So yeah, it's definitely something that I think a lot of top players like you, Mother Tentacle, and even Ancient Cosmographer, who's also in the chat right now, good evening to you. You should definitely at least try and get yourself to one of these events at some point. I would definitely encourage you to go do that. It's not something that you'll be able to do anywhere else, and be able to get to play in this kind of event anywhere else in the world. It's literally one of a kind. And this is the reason why when he sets up a tournament, that's why hundreds of people will come to his tournament. Like, I cannot speak more highly of his tournaments that he has held in the past. Like, before one of the Causeway events, I don't know, you guys must have known about it. One of the Causeway events was the team event. Like the week before, he held a tournament of champions of all the world champions in the past. Apart from, I think only one of them didn't turn up. All the world champions from the past, there might have been 10 or 12 world champions, and he wanted them all to play in the tournament and gave them all $25,000 to who wins. So like, who in the world would even try and even put that together? Who won? I think it was actually the person who at that time hadn't won a world championship, and I think it was David Elder, only because he was in there because he was a former world youth championship winner. Of course, he beat me in that championship. But yes, I think he was the one that won. So there's people like Mark Nyman, Panopan, Akon, I don't even know. Obviously, Nigel was there. David Boys, Joel Wapnick, all those guys were all playing in one division. Yeah, interesting. Ancient Cosmographer. Yeah, he is definitely asking around the Scrabble community, especially those that have are more tech savvy on the tech savvy side, to how he can get all these things online for literally everyone to kind of look at. And when I spoke to him on the phone, actually, he rang me when I was actually in London. He was trying to, yeah, he was saying that he wanted the production to be so smooth and so crisp that it's almost like watching a TV show. He wanted it to be like ESPN. He actually has contacts to people who used to work in ESPN, and he wants to get them on his team for this event. Is there such thing as good ESPN? I mean, is it just ESPN Ocho? Does that count? You can watch all the hot dog eating contests, and yeah, just watching someone devour like 67 hot dogs in like 10 minutes or something. I mean, what more could you want? Yeah, so they just want action here. We don't want all the other stuff. Just action, just all action on ESPN and all these sports channels. So yeah, that's kind of an insight in terms of like how Michael Tang kind of runs his tournaments. Very much like clockwork. He also doesn't take any BS from anybody. There was one time, actually. There was one time. I remember this. There was one time that there was a cheater amongst them. There was a cheater that was caught in one of his tournaments, and what he did out in front of like 300 people. He said he was on the microphone and called out that person and said, "You have been caught for cheating. It's time for you to get out. Leave. There's the door. Get out. Don't come back." That was it. That person never was gone. Yeah, he doesn't. He will not be afraid to. He is not one of these people that will kind of be like, "Oh, this guy's cheating. You know, this guy's cheating. I need to sweep it under the rug and make sure that he just leaves it out the back door. You know, just be gone." He will be saying that in front of everybody. You find the folding chairs. He needs the aisle where he just runs up into the ring. Instead, it would just be the person running out of the ring. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of what you're dealing with here. He is going to push the envelope as far as it possibly can. And there is no reason why he may set the bar for this in 2026 that he might go even further with it in 2027 and so on. All you have to do is just get yourself over there. He will look after you very well. But yes, it is not a conventional way of dismissing a cheater in a tournament, but you know, each their own. And if it gets everyone kind of like looking around and being like, "Oh, if there was any other cheaters in the room," and they were like, "Oh, yeah, maybe I don't want to be like that guy. Maybe I shouldn't do anymore." Then because you're going to be called out in front of everybody, that going to strike some fear into your eyes if you see that happening. Do not be the guy. Do not be that guy. Only if you're bad at cheating. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I do know who the person was as well, and I think he was actually he was suspected of being a cheater for quite some time. So it wasn't really a big surprise. Does he supply all the boards, or are people schlepping boards from across the... It was actually a different person, it's not that guy. Oh, what? Sorry, I thought you were talking about who the cheater was. Sorry. Does he supply all the board? Okay, that's... okay, well then now what you said makes more sense to me. I thought you were talking about who was the cheater. I actually don't know. I think that he will be supplying all the boards. If he doesn't, I'm sure he will probably get someone like Tariq Pervez from Pakistan to supply all the boards or something. So he might get someone else to do that, and then I guess in the same time be like, yeah, I don't think I've ever brought a board with me to a Causeway tournament. He's always like sold he's always sold his own boards, or we just got them made from someone else. And then he also has like 10 different colors of tiles. In fact, before one of the events, he actually asked me what color tiles would you like to buy? And then I said, how about you make some orange tiles? I said this partly as a joke, but also partly because orange is my favorite color. And then literally like a few days later, he shows me a picture of some orange tiles and goes, "Oh, here, I made some orange tiles for you." And I was like, I guess I have to buy one now. And then when I got to the venue, then he was like, "Yeah, here's some orange tiles. This is yours." So now I still have some Causeway orange tiles. So he will make all kinds of stuff. It's a sight to behold. And even before, and I think actually at one of the Causeway events, at the final game of all the games in the room, I think he said that whoever wins the game can keep the board, and whoever loses can keep the tiles and the racks. So that way he could easily just get rid of all of his stuff, and everyone gets something to take home with them. Yes, orange is nice and black is best because it doesn't get marked up as easily. That is true. But at the same time, like, if black is generally a very standard color, or yellow or something. So like if you're playing next to somebody who has the same color, then, you know, people don't want that. But if you're playing with orange tiles, then I will challenge you to find someone else who has orange tiles, and they're going to be sat next to me. Yeah, the Hasbro ones with the wrong kind of premium squares. Yeah, they're not particularly. They're not my favorite either. I know a lot of people actually get put off. I mean, people will look at the board in whatever way they want, right? People will get confused by the color of the tile of the squares, but I personally do not get confused by that, because I look at it, I don't look at it based on the color, I look at where it is on the board. So if it's on this square on this part of the board, then I know it's what this is. You can make them all the squares yellow if you want, and I will still know what they are. But I know that a lot of people want the colors to be the standard colors, like the dark blue, and I know what this is, or the dark red or the pink. I need them to be in the right place. Because I actually bought a board from Thailand when I went to the King's Cup a long time ago, and actually the light blue and the dark blue squares were both slightly darker shades than normal, so people were getting the double letter squares mixed up with the triple letter squares. And then you'd be surprised how many people will be like, "Oh, I thought this was a triple letter square," and I'm like, these are, how can that be a triple letter square? It's like in the same line as the triple word squares. Like, it's along the same thing. So like, how can you get that mixed up? Like, you never triple a letter and then triple the word. What are you doing? So it's things like that where I'm like, okay, well, people will look at the board in whatever way they want. Alright, there's only one answer left on the board now. I have been too busy talking, and there's only 37 minutes left. Good evening to Luckbox Lind. Saying, I wish there were more light blue tiles. That's a very hard combo to find for some reason. You mean like a baby blue kind of color? I think that actually, incidentally, I actually do think that Michael Tang has actually sold those tiles before. And when you think about it now, yeah, you're right. That I very rarely see like a baby blue kind of color. I think he used to have a Causeway like baby blue color like tile, and then a slightly darker blue font or typeface or whatever. So used to have those as well. Anyway, you guys have finished this quiz. You guys beat me here, not even close. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit more difficult now. We're actually now two and two in the races tonight so far. Oh wait, that's not what I want. Let me go back. Let's see. Let's make it 200. I'm gonna put out a prediction real quick as well. I've actually not got anywhere near where I would like to have been for this for this so far today. But we're gonna see how we do with this. To change the numbers a little bit, since I have not got as far into my quiz as much as I wanted to today, but here we go. Okay, so let's put out a prediction right now. So there it is. Muppet Tentacle saying interacting with chat is more important than making progress on the card box. Yes. If I'm streaming, yes. Yes, it is. But yes, the stream would also be very dull if I did not say anything or to converse with anyone here. So that is very true. Okay, we're gonna make this a 4 to 8 quiz and 200 questions. So let's get on with that now. I want to try and get to 200 questions here. So it's 2-2 in the races tonight. Good luck once again. Let's go. But yes, anyway, what I was talking about was the Causeway event happening in 2026. I would 100% recommend any of you in the chat to go and play in that event. If you never played in a Michael Tang organized event, you should definitely go and do that. I have played in probably, I don't even know how many at this stage. I've probably played in maybe 4, maybe 5 Michael Tang events. Have not been disappointed in any way in any of those. If you love playing lots of games and you want to meet new people that you don't normally get to play, because again, this is in Asia, you're playing all the Asian players, the best Asian players there, definitely give it a shot. I also have no commission for I also have got no commission from Michael Tang if I manage to recruit any of you to go, so I probably should have asked him about that. If I can get a referral code or something. Is meeting people required? No, you don't have to meet anybody. You can literally just walk backwards, and as soon as you get to the... or just wear a hat, and then just don't look at them. And literally just don't say anything. Do they have Olive Garden? I think I will let you be use your best judgment on that one. I think you could probably guess, but you know, I will not 100% say no, because they could be. I just haven't seen it. And you never know, Olive Garden might have got a very strong Asian following nowadays since I last went. I have not been to Asia for, well, what is it now? Maybe 7 years, so who knows? Stranger things in the world has happened. Okay, again, there is still some time to get involved with the prediction. There's about a minute and a half left. There have actually now been coins on all 4 options, which is great to see. Thank you very much for that, and for spreading out all of your coins. Again, most of the coins have been put on option 4, which is the most the best option, I guess, if you're going to say, getting most questions done. The only time I remember going to Pizza Hut was in Shanghai 10 years ago. Yeah, Asia has all kinds of Western fast food chains these days. Magnifico. Of course. Although, I will say this, right? This is something that you probably would not necessarily immediately think about. But, I once went to a McDonald's in Singapore. And the stuff that they have there is not... It does not resemble anything that you would see in a McDonald's here, in the US, or in England, or whatever. They have very specific things that have lots of Asian... ingredients in it, like furikake or like seaweed and things like that in a McDonald's, because obviously you're catering to a certain different market. So actually going to these places is actually kind of interesting also. And again, like for Asian people who are going to McDonald's and they have never been to a McDonald's in a Western country, that might just be all they know. They just assume that this is what it is. Maybe their mind will be completely blown and will explode once they go to America and see go to McDonald's here and be like, what is all this? What's all this cheese? What's all this mayo doing here? Why is this in my burger? So, you know, it's like going to a McDonald's in a parallel universe. I mean, I'm not even joking, it really is. It's like, what am I looking at? Does New York McDonald's have baked beans? Oh boy. No, it might have like curry sauce or something. That would be more authentic. McBeans. McCurry. Wow, I mean, especially with like the breakfast meals or whatever, like that's another can of worms. Okay, holds on the board now for you guys in the chat. You guys are getting through this real quick. I am not at the races with this one.
I don't wanna risk it all again, but I don't wanna be on my own. It always goes much better in my head, but the feelings end up wasted, so I'm sorry.
So yeah, I know a lot of you have just turned up over the last maybe 30 minutes of the stream within that time. Again, thank you all for joining me tonight. I will I don't want to repeat myself all the time, but I was away last week because I was in London, because my wife Lindsay was recording an episode for the Scrabble TV game show series 2. Very exciting. It's a very quick stop in London last week, which is why I was not here streaming. Now I'm back. So yeah, very cool to go and to see you know how those things work, and having a 3-day excursion to London, seeing part of my family as well whilst I was there, and seeing her on doing a thing. Again, I can't really talk about any of the results, any of the contestants that were there. There were some that I can, although not surprising, there are a lot of Tournament Scrabble players in this series. Good that I remembered about your Twitch schedule today and not last week then. Well, that is good. You're remembering it at the right time. I'm just amazed that you even thought about it in general, so that's already a win. And I'm glad that you're here, of course. So yeah, I don't know when the series is going to be out as well. I can tell you that the 3 games that are being played on the TV game show are different, or slightly different to some degree, than all the 3 games, 3 rounds that were on the Scrabble TV game show from season 1. And there is a new host as well, so it is not Raven Simone. It is late night TV talk show host Craig Ferguson. So it's going to be a slightly different vibe to before. So yeah, very fun to be part of it. We left on Monday, like Monday morning last week, and we got home on Friday night last week. So it wasn't long. It takes about 10 hours, well, including layovers for me, like maybe 13 hours to get there. OG Orange Duck's asking, do you speak any languages other than English? I do not. Admittedly, I do understand Cantonese because my parents speak it to me, but I just reply back in English. So if I had to actually have a conversation in Cantonese, I probably wouldn't last very long, but I would understand what they're saying. That's kind of me with Mandarin. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe we're just a little bit lazy. We're just a little bit lazy that, you know, maybe when we're younger, we probably should have been trying a bit harder to speak more. That way we wouldn't have this problem now. Or maybe from a parent's point of view, maybe they could have pushed a bit harder for us to definitely speak the language a bit more. It could have been a bit of both. And then this is what it's ended up as. It's now ended up as a person that can understand it, but doesn't speak it. I mean, I could probably string a sentence together, but it would take me like minutes to think of what the words are. Oh, I might not even come up with the right words. I can stand on my mother on the phone when I know the context of the conversation. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But literally, I could be having a conversation with my parents. They could be speaking to me in Cantonese, and I would just respond in English the whole time, like for a minute, or well, not a minute, but hours or whatever. It doesn't matter. I can understand. Yeah, it's one of those things. Languages are a lot more difficult to learn and kind of implement if you're not young. I think if you're like a child, younger child, then I think it's much easier to pick it up and just understand it. Like your brain's just like a sponge at that age. So it's really important to have those things when you're younger. And because I don't have the skills to be able to speak Cantonese, I can't really pass it on to my son or my daughters, so it's really difficult to do. So yeah. Anyway, looks like you guys have just finished the quiz, and I have not got anywhere near 200. You guys got through that real quick. Now chat winning 3-2. I have not got anywhere near where I needed to be today. I'm gonna try and answer some like more difficult, I'd say difficult words, but like some 9s, I guess. Maybe that will help me get through this a bit faster. So this is not going to be all the words in my card box, but I'm going to try and get through this now. But you're learning Creole, right? Yeah. Well, like y'all? Is that right? No, that's not right. Okay, we're going to do this quiz again. It's to be race number 6. You guys are winning 3-2, so let's move on. Good luck, everybody. Got 20 minutes to go. Maybe we can see if we can get one more race in after this. But we shall see. And don't forget, I will be streaming again on Thursday. I'll be playing against Wuggles Randos again. And again, you guys can get involved with a prediction there in terms of how many wins do you think I will get in the space of like 2 and a bit hours. But that's what we'll be doing on Thursday. And we'll be doing this FINIWORDS Anagram Racing Tuesdays. For the next, I don't know how many Tuesdays, until my card box is done. Which might be a few months. It could possibly be that long. However long it takes. But that's what's kind of on the horizon for my kind of quizzes. Going forward for the next month or two. Yes, Caboju with a W hook. Yes. Yeah, very important hook there. If Caboju ever comes up, then you know the W hook.
mission. Wavy like the ocean, ain't got time for inhibition. Eyes on a prize, lock it in your vision. Straight up, man, that's gotta make a decision. Stay focused, man, I gotta go. Can't be going backwards, I can't be going slow. Gotta take the lead and I gotta steal the show. It's a straight up madness, you know how we roll. Straight up madness, you know how we roll. Yeah, man, I gotta stay focused. In the dance I'm zoning. Back then they didn't take notice. So on job deserve a bonus. Cut so many bars, no folders. Chopping it up with the orders. On the ones and twos on mic controlling. Yeah, I got a gal going crazy. And the man them on one too. Don't know about you, but man need a drink and make it free. Thought I was gonna say two, but the rave looking like a zoo. Gotta finish what I started, cause that's the way we do. Stay focused, man, I gotta go. Can't be going backwards, I can't be going slow. Gotta take the lead and I gotta steal the show. It's a straight up madness, you know how we roll.
Okay, the chat now working out those answers pretty quickly. Holes on the board. About 3/4 of the way through. Guess I didn't necessarily say how many questions I was going to try and answer, but I guess I was trying to get to 200. I'm not quite there yet. About halfway through now, though. Ad with cute dogs driving a Subaru. Wow. Now I kind of want to see it. Okay, a lot of short words left on the board now. Looks like you've done so-called the harder work here. Got 12 minutes left of the stream. But this looks like it's going to be in good timing here. I think we'll get through one more quiz tonight, and then that will be it. Stick around for one more, and then we can let you go. But yes, again, if you are watching this live, or maybe you're watching this after the fact, and you don't already follow this channel on Twitch, then I would definitely encourage you to hit that follow button right now. And I do stream every Tuesday and Thursday nights here in North America. Oh. Okay, only 5 answers left for the chat. Alright, that is it. I got through 150 questions, but 200 was actually my real goal, so you guys are now at 4 races wins tonight, and I'm at 2, so it looks like you guys are going to win tonight, which will then tie up the series at 1-1. I'm going to try, okay, I'm just going to put it back to what it was before. I'm at 84.04 now, so now we're going to just do this, run this back one more time as the last race for the evening. This will be race number 7. So yeah, let's just do this last one. Clear it, and then we can all go home. Good luck, everyone. Okay, so now I have answered 5 questions in this quiz, taking me under 8400, which now means that option 1, 8400 or more, is not going to be the result of the stream tonight. If I answer another 100 more, then option 2 will not be the stream result either.
You've been shattered, you've been broken down. Heart is beating, still won't make a sound. It feels like an angel straight from heaven, just like my lucky number 7. You're my shooting star.
And actually, it does turn out that even though I've been going pretty slowly today, that if I do end up winning this quiz, winning this race and get to 200, then I'd be very close to getting to option 4, which is the best prediction result available. So that's what I'm trying to aim for here. Guess I should have been trying to go really fast this whole time, but again, gotta talk to you guys, you know. This is why you turn up to watch the stream and paying the big bucks for it. It's got to be at least a non-zero amount of entertainment. Or Orange Duck saying maybe I should start streaming Scrabble. I mean, you should. If there's nothing to stop you, then why not? There's absolutely no reason why, not just you, but anyone should be streaming Scrabble. I mean, again, obviously if you have the means to do it, have the time to do it, even feel like doing it, but if you have the energy to do it and want to do it, then you should definitely do it. Should try. Okay, team chat now halfway through the quiz. I guess to some degree I am also very close to being halfway. I'm at 89 out of 200 now. 200 is my my goal for this race. Okay, more than halfway through now. Oh, well, there's that one word that won't go through. I cannot see what it is. Oh, I see what it is. Then you just need to just answer everything else. Don't worry. I see it. I see it. I also saw what you were trying to do there. You were trying to distract me. I know what you're doing. Oldest trick in the book. Hey, streamer, look at what can't be answered. Which one is it? Let me see. I've played this game enough times, don't you worry. I know what you're doing. But yes, I will factor that in the at the end. Almost done though, we have less than 3 minutes left of the stream. Also, I have now answered more than 105 in this race. So option 2, 8300, 83 something is not going to be the result of the stream tonight either. still about 30 answers left for the team chat here. We're bound down to the last minute or so of the racing. We're going to finish this quiz no matter what. So that's what we'll do. But I'm also getting very close to 200 now. Okay, just 20 answers left for the chat now. We have now just time has expired here on the stream, so this will, I mean, we already knew this was going to be the last race of the evening anyway, but you know, 100% confirmed now. Once we're done with this race, we will be done. But I've now gone past 200, so that is the last race of the evening, race number 7, and that would be my 3rd win. Again, this does mean that chat has 4 race wins to my 3, and will win for the evening. Okay, just 13 answers left for the chat now. Can you get them all? Okay, well, technically there's only 3 answers left. We know that one of them can't be answered. So just get the other 3. The one in the middle on the left, you cannot answer. Yes, the eyes are definitely spread apart. No 2 eyes are next to each other. Why are you laughing? I just expected this would have been a word that you would know. And you not typing out the right ones. This isn't funny. It does begin with a K. Well, there can't be too many other ways of doing this. I think you've pretty much only got one way left that you haven't tried. Okay, there we go. It's Killy Kitty. There you go. Okay, now we have the other 2, which are a bit more difficult to get. Well. The one on the top left is actually not that easy because these are not necessarily 6s that make 7s. I think they're just standalone 6s here that are high probable 6s that will never really ever get played. Rani, there you go, nice. That is right. It's okay, Algo, you got it right. You got it right. You did it. This one, I think there were 2 answers. They're both taking estimate bingos. So Kumara is already one of the answers. There's one more. There you go. Alright. Haramu. And there's one on the left we cannot answer, so I'm going to end the quiz here. And there you go. So yes, this was a quiz that I managed to win. I got to 200 answers, 200 questions. So, what I really need to do next is actually refresh this quiz and show you that I have now got 8,183 questions left in my card box. So, in the interest of the prediction, this actually means that option 4, 8,199 questions or fewer is going to be the result of the stream tonight. I managed to hustle a little bit in that last race to get to the most positive outcome. So if you voted for option 4, well done, because that is the result of the stream tonight. So yeah, that is essentially it for my stream. Let me just see. Okay, yes, so that's it. That is it. Well done to Muffin Tentacle for getting all your coins back and then some as well. So yes, that is about it for my stream. Again, thank you all for watching tonight. I really appreciate you all doing this. Again, this stream cannot happen or be done without you guys playing along as well. So yeah, we finished on 81.83. At the start of the stream tonight, we started at 91.39. So we got through around 950 questions. It's not my best, but also not bad. It's a good chunk that's been wiped out there, a good 10% at least. So again, thank you for that. And we'll be doing this again next Tuesday as well. And we'll also be playing against Wiggles Randos on Thursday, so in 2 days from now. So that's what we'll be doing as the next stream. Axotypo just went live. What good timing that is, because I know that he starts streaming at 10:30 Central Time, pretty much on the dot, so that leaves me time to go rate him. So again, thank you very much for watching. If you don't already follow this channel, please hit that follow button right now. We're going to go rate Axotypo. I think it's going to play some music of some kind, I assume. Let me see. What is he doing? Yep, he is there, so let's go rate him. Again, thank you all for watching. I think he's doing some FINIWORDS as well. Alright. Enjoy some more FINIWORDS, everyone. Hope to see you in a couple of days. Until then, take care of yourselves, and good night. Oh, thank you, Wishline, for the stream. Thank you for that. Thank you, Ancient Cosmographer. Thank you, Algo. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Enjoy some Axotypo action right now.